Hi, I'm Natalie from Carter Estates and I'm here today in the gorgeous village of Brightwalton in West Berkshire to have a chat with Master Thatcher Luke, who is doing a re-ridge on a thatched property here. Thatched cottages are a really important part of our history in the UK and they are so charming and quintessentially British. I just love working with them. I've always been fascinated with the what, where, how of how they're put together and how they're maintained. So that's what Luke is going to give us some information on today. Before we go over to Luke, I've got a pop quiz for you. Which county in the UK has the most thatched properties? Answer coming up at the end. So thanks for your time today.
My pleasure.
So this is what you're using today. What material is this?
This is triticale. This is a hybrid of wheat and rye straw, so it gets best of the both. You see the length, how big it is. That's from the rye straw, which tend to be long. And the strength from wheat straw is really tough. That's probably the best type of straw you can use. It's really hard, isn't it? So
Yeah.
lovely material. It's very similar to waterwood really, because it's nice and clean. It's long, but it's so tough. It's lovely to work with.
And do you chop these bits off then?
No, these obviously this all been thrashed, so all the heads are empty. There's no grain whatsoever in it. It just stays like that and goes on the roof.
Wow. So when you say thrash, so this is, you've got to knock all the seeds out so it doesn't grow into the roof?
I don't do it myself, but the farmers, yeah, before they supply it to us, they take all the grain out and it comes like that in big bundles.
Okay, where did you source that from?
That came from Dorset. That's
Right.
a lot of suppliers there, so we tend to use them.
How is it that thatch roofs don't leak?
Well, it's basically, as you can see there, how thick it is. Water only penetrates about an inch of it because it's all thatched like that. It's so compact, so tight. It's like a book. It's really tight, so it's just no chance for it to go through there.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of thickness do you normally have on a thatch?
As you can see, this thatch is probably about 15, maybe 20 years old. So when it was first applied, it was no less than 300 millimeters, which is like a foot. That if it's just one layer, but very often there's several layers and they go like another foot. So sometimes you're talking 3-4 foot of thatch on some cottages.
Wow. So and I'm guessing that's fairly well insulated?
Oh, the insulation value is amazing. That's why these properties are in winter, they're brilliant, much better than modern houses, although some of them are a few hundred years old.
Well, I think there's the irony there that properties that are being built today, new builds, probably won't be here, some of them in 200 years, whereas older properties last clearly hundreds and hundreds of years.
Maybe we should put more thatch on.
Yes, I agree. How often would a thatched roof need maintenance?
What I'm doing today is second biggest process you can do in terms of thatching, apart from re-thatch, the complete re-thatch. Re-ridge is the second biggest part, so that's done every 10 to 15 years. It depends obviously where the thatch is situated, what weather it had over the period of time, but roughly we always say it's 10 to 15 years.
So this is quite a specific job. How did you get into thatching?
Well, in my case, it was just a coincidence. It was supposed to be a 3-month summer job back in 2005, but here I am 2022 and still doing it and loving every single day.
Right, you mentioned earlier you were still on a roof thatching on the hottest day of the year that we had.
Yes, I was. I don't know how, but somehow this 40 degrees weather didn't affect me that much, and I went through it every single day and didn't have a minute off, so I'm here again.
A little bit cooler today then.
Yeah, it's lovely.
What is it that you really enjoy about thatching?
Well, there's only one thing I don't enjoy, and is the stripping the old thatch. Everything else, is moving constantly, being in different locations, different projects, meeting different people, and the result is you're always creating something that people admire. So that's a really nice thing. Not many people can have that in life, and I do. I'm really fortunate in that case.
I can see that, and this is quite a view, so as an office, it's not a bad place to spend a day.
It's not a bad place to spend a day now, it's beautiful. And most of them are, to be honest.
Okay, now I understand you work all over the country.
I work everywhere. I even went to Scotland last week to price an estate there, so I go everywhere where the good work is and interesting work is.
So for somebody who has a thatched property or is looking to buy a thatched property and is wondering how to maintain it, how would they go about choosing a thatcher who could advise them and repair for them?
Well, basically, now in the days of internet, is much easier for people than it was 25 years ago. So the best thing is just find several businesses online, local to you, or maybe not local, but someone who's willing to come and give you free advice. Ask your neighbours, maybe they've got thatched property or know someone, because that's, you know, always the best way, having someone being recommended to you rather than looking for someone blind and, you know, trying online. But there's a lot of good guys around that are always willing to come and give you free advice. At the end of the day, we all want your business, so we will come and, you know, talk to you and explain things. And don't hesitate to pick up the phone and just ring or drop us an email.
So I know you work all over the country, and you mentioned there's a network of thatching professionals who work together, and this job is actually being managed by Mark Bolton, who's local.
Yeah, that's right. This job is managed by Mark, so he's extremely busy with bigger projects, so he asked me to give him a hand, so I'll happily, you know, do it for him. But also, yeah, there is a nice network of thatchers nowadays. We all talk to each other on social media, exchange the experience, give each other work, you know, we always help each other. It's really nice community now.
I love that, good collaboration.
Yeah, especially the younger generations. I hear stories of the older generations before the internet. It was like some of them didn't like each other, but we tend to do it the other way, you know, support each other, because there's over 60,000 properties that are thatched in the UK and only 800 people doing it. So there's enough work for everyone. We're all busy, so why don't we help each other, you know?
Collaboration over competition.
Exactly. Yeah. I believe in that.
Me too. Well, I do have your details, your Instagram, and also Mark Bolton's details coming up for anybody who wanted to contact either of you. And meanwhile, I think we'll let you get back to work. But thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Thanks. So earlier I asked which county in the UK has the most thatched cottages. The answer is Dorset. For its size, they have 1/10 of the thatched properties in the UK, with around 4 per square mile. So if you're looking to buy or sell a period property, please do give us a call. We have a huge passion for them and can put you in touch with the right people who can help you maintain them moving forward. Thanks very much.